Hey, this is BlindFox and welcome with my Ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe and please go and donate on patreon.com. So today we are going to do our dinner portion of our SERAC, the Adventure Pack, Pack 2. So this whole day contains 2,600 around there kcals. This one I think contains around 2,780, something like that when I checked on the website. This is the smallest of the civilian day packs. So let's see what we're going to have for our dinner portion. And it was packed in 2020. It expires in 2022. So this is just the serviette and the salt and stuff we've got left. Of course I threw away my spoon, or I just lost it. I don't know where it went. It just disappeared. Maybe I threw it away. So we will use foreign MRE spork. So we've got our beef stew and rice. This contains 592 kcals. It's a bit dark too, actually. This is just so dark you can't really see, I think, what it says. And of course then the light sort of. So I do not know if you could maybe read there. I really don't know. I don't know if you can read there. Well. And then we've got some ingredients, which is also very dark. We've got our ration heater. We've got a peanut butter roti. There's 2 of them. And we've got some 3-in-1 coffee. So there's a 10-notch. And then you can see there, we've got a Ziploc. So you mix it in this and it can stand upright. There we go. Don't actually smell the coffee, I just smell some powdered milk and sugar. But maybe powdered milk. And of course this thing can stand upright as well. Now everybody knows how a ration heater works, so I'm not going to show you that. So I will be back when I have mixed everything and heated everything up. Alright, let's start with the food. Now this beef stew smells very, very cuminy and it's very, very red. There is rice in there. Can we go down more? Nope. There is rice there. There is green stuff there. And yes, it looks this red. So let's taste. Smells cuminy, but not really tastes cuminy. Tomato it tastes. What it does, this one actually needs something. This one actually needs some salt. Ooh, maybe that's too much salt. Definitely some pepper. Oh, no. The hell? I've added a bit too much salt, but still. In here there's meat. The meat is quite dry, but the rice is very soft. There is some green stuff, I think that is vegetables. I think there's some potatoey stuff. As I said, very red tomatoiness. Definitely tomatoey. You don't really taste the cumininess. The pepper does help here. And the salt. I added a bit too much salt, but that is, well, sadly, that's quite nice. As I said, the meat, real meat, there's actually a bit of fat as well there. It's a bit dry because it's real meat. It's not prefab, you can actually feel the fibers. The rice nice and soft, that sort of keeps the meat from, it sort of lessens the dryness of the meat. The meat then just gives structure and you get enough moisture in so that the meat is nice to eat with the rice. There is some vegetables in there, I'm not sure which ones. They are of course very soft. This thing of course can be eaten cold as well, because you've got your rice and your meat in one pot or in one thing. So we will do our coffee. I think I added a bit too much water with this coffee. It's not as nice and strong as the one I had at breakfast. I think I measured a bit wrongly. But nice and very warm, or hot actually. Is some sugar here, you can taste it, you can taste the milk. As I say, the coffee a bit weak, but I think I added the wrong amount of sugar. Actually burnt my mouth now on that coffee. So here we go, we've got our peanut butter oaties and it does smell peanut buttery. There we go. Really it's got a peanut butter smell. The Americans will like this. I know you like your peanut butter cookies. There we go. And of course SERAC is very sneaky. They use whole wheat flour in their cookies. Or in their biscuits. Very sneaky. Okay, there is a peanut buttery taste. Not overwhelmingly. But you do get that peanut buttery taste. Get the oaty crunchiness. Get the sweetness. These are not overwhelmingly sweet. There's almost a little saltiness as well, but I don't know how to describe it. I think it's the peanut butter. So you do get that peanutty taste. And then the oats, normal oats cookie comes through, which is nice. The structure is a bit not as fine because of the flour they use, but you won't really, because it's an oats thing, you won't really recognize it. Now let's do some coffee with our cookie. The cookies does go well with the coffee. I don't know why this coffee is not as strong as the breakfast one, and I didn't really, the water doesn't, but you didn't get that coffee smell to begin with. I'll just put you on there. You didn't get that coffee smell. When I opened the package, normally you get sort of a coffee smell out of it, and this one you did not. So I don't know if they used a different coffee, I don't know. You just didn't get the smell there. But there is a slight coffee taste, so I don't know if I just added too much water or what I did here. But oh well, doesn't matter. It goes well with the cookie. And our food is nice. So what do I think about this meal? The cookies was nice. Although I'm not a fan of a peanut butter cookie, but the peanut butter is subtle. It's not an overwhelmingly peanut butteriness. It's sort of a subtle interweaving with the oats. Quite good. The coffee, as I said, I don't know what I did here, but normally the coffee in the new rations are nice. This very subtle coffee. Now this food. Tomatoiness, you do actually need a bit of salt. I added a bit too much, of course. That you do need the pepper. This one is a bit blandish for one of their stuff, but it is tomatoey. That pepper and if you use a bit less salt, it will just go in fine. It's soft because it's rice. The beef that's in here, it's a bit dry, but because you eat it with your rice, there's enough moisture to sort of goes around. And it's real beef. That's what I actually, on one side, I like the fact that it's real beef in SERAC rations. The thing you don't like is the dryness. What I like about your prefab beef is at least it's not dry. But as I said, you do have compromises. You can either have natural dryish beef or unnatural prefab beef. Depends how it is. And I mean, depends how long you want to keep your ration for. I mean, this meat is fine, it's nice. And it's a nice little tomatoey stew. I thought it would be sort of a curryish thing because there is sort of a cumin smell here for some reason. But you don't really taste cumin. There of course is, I just got a pea. but a very, very soft pea. So everything except here, the meat is soft. So at least you've got structure here. You don't need something like a cracker or thing to throw in here for structure. Your meat gives it a structure. So this was our dinner of the SERAC, the Adventure Pack, Pack 2. It was packed in 2020, it expires in 2022. And it was packed during COVID, so there is some substitutions that they made in this overall ration. I like the everything the stuff they substituted. I think it was the bar, I'm not sure about the chicken casserole, if you get the chicken and rice normally or the chicken casserole. And they supposed to have got granola and nuts and stuff. They had peanuts and raisins and chocolate. So that substitution worked, and the chocolate bar was supposed to be a nut chocolate one. This one was just a chocolate one. But it worked. They sort of kept the theme of the ration the same. If there was replacements with the chicken, it was a chicken with a chicken. Really similar replacements, so you don't really miss it. It's not that you say this is a lack of it. And you can, of course, this is the smallest ration, so what you basically get is a meal and a drink and a side with each meal, with each dinner. So it's not a huge, large variety of food. The amount of food, of course, this is 400 grams. So it is a lot of food. If you compare it to your amount of food you get in your US ration, the little pouch, this is much more food. So you still get a lot of food, just not the large variety. So this, I think, is a good substantial ration. And as I said, this was one of the, I think, the cheapest one of the day packs. And it's good. It's a nice, I think it's a nice balance. There's enough, there's enough stuff though that you, there's enough stuff so if you use the rations for a few days or so, it won't bore you. It's not the same or same and same, or I'm missing this. There's sweet stuff, there's nutritional sweet stuff, sneaky cookie with a whole wheat flour, and then there is your sort of your nut, your dried fruit type thing, it's sort of a balance. I don't know how balanced this is, but I think it's sort of a balance. They try to be, I think, balanced with their meals. So this was a nice little pack, and it was a good little COVID thing. You didn't miss anything. So thanks for watching. Please support the channel, please subscribe, and please can donate on patreon.com.